Hey folks, Eric from Another Voice with Jason and Eric on WOLT 103.3 FM in Greenville, Greer, and Spartanburg, South Carolina. Back with you again, talking again about the Supreme Court ruling on the healthcare law. I know we talked this morning, but in my discussions and listening to folks throughout the day, I've got some things I need to talk to you about. One of the things that I have appreciated about conservatism is the core belief that the rule of law is vital for a society to thrive. The importance of the Constitution, about obeying the law, that has been bedrock in conservatism. So I was shocked and outraged to hear a sitting U.S. senator advocating disobedience of the law. You expect that from Occupy Wall Street, not from a sitting conservative U.S. senator. But let's talk about law. Most of you, I don't know, a lot of you remember the Schoolhouse Rock, Little How a Bill Becomes a Law. So you know what I'm going to talk about here. You've got people in Congress, House or Representative, or House or Senate, decide to create a law. So they go to committee with an idea, they debate it, discuss it, they vote on it. It then goes to the full House or the full Senate. They discuss it, debate it. They vote on it. They match the House and Senate versions. Finally, they come up with a bill, a solid bill. They make amendments, whatever. And it becomes a bill. They send it to the president, who signs or vetoes it. If he vetoes it, they have a chance to override his veto. And in the end, it becomes a law. That's how laws are created. Now, our founders were wise men who allowed for the people to have a remedy when government does wrong. If a law is passed that the people believe is wrong, they have the opportunity to shoot it down by challenging its constitutionality. It goes through the appeals court and ends up at the Supreme Court, which for over 100 years has been the arbiter of what is constitutional. Whether we agree or disagree with any particular issue, that's what the Supreme Court's been doing. So a law is challenged, it ends up before the Supreme Court, and they rule on whether it's constitutional or not. If they rule it's constitutional, it is the law of the land. Now, the Affordable Care Act, it went through Congress. It was voted on. It passed both houses of Congress. I know all Democrats were the ones, the Republicans didn't vote for it, but folks, it doesn't make a difference. The bill passed both houses. It was signed by the president. It's been challenged by 26 states and multiple people. It went all the way to the Supreme Court, and it was found to be constitutional. It's a law. It's there. Now the founders still gave us another chance. If we wake up and like, wow, what was I doing? The people is demanding from their legislature, you overstepped your bounds, repeal this law. It can be done. They can debate it, discuss it, repeal it. We've done it before. We repealed a constitutional amendment. That's the process by which the law is made and the law can be unmade. There's a rule of law. That's how it's supposed to be done. So when Senator Jim DeMint from my home state here in South Carolina advised states across this country to refuse to implement their aspects of the Affordable Care Act, that's appalling. It is the law of the land, and you're a sitting U.S. senator. Where is that? How is that conservatism? Obeying the rule of law, respecting the rule of law. It's not. I understand you think this is a terrible law. I understand you think it should be wiped off the books. And I advocate that you go ahead. You gather your troops, you find the people to support, and repeal the law. I disagree with that, but go ahead and do it. That's the way you do it. You don't tell people to disobey the law. There's another thing. Many people in Congress are talking about defunding this law. Folks, it's the law. It was voted on, passed, signed, and verified by the Supreme Court. It's the law. The funding's in there. You should fund it because that's what's supposed to be done. If you don't want this bill, this law to be on the books, if you want to get rid of this law, you don't subvert the law, you don't handicap the law, you repeal the law. To say a bill won't work, it is not working, before it's been implemented, is disingenuous. To say a law doesn't work or a program doesn't work while actively subverting and handicapping it is diabolical. Conservatism is bigger than that. It's better than that. There is a clear path to getting rid of a law that you believe is wrong. Follow that path. And voters, I urge you, regardless of how you believe on this bill, if you believe it should be gone, if you believe it should be the law, demand that your representatives follow the rule of law. If you want this law gone, demand that your senators and representatives try to repeal it. If you don't think they will, vote in November for folks who will. Follow the rule of law. All right, that's it for now. I got my little rant out of the way. Tune in Monday at 1 o'clock on WOLT 103.3 in Greenville, Spartanburg, and Greer. Also, you can find us on canIGetAWordIn.com. And while you're going around the web looking for who your representative might be or information about this bill, hop on over to PDOutfitter.com. You'll find quality firearms, survival gear, first aid kits for runners, hikers, campers, backpackers. It's a great place for great products. Check out PDOutfitter.com. All right, until next time.